Why, hello there. It is Thursday. That's right, we made it to Thursday. I decided to stay home. Hopefully, you caught it, but I was streaming earlier today. If you're paying attention to my Moonbase gameplay, I finished it up. But with that being said, we gotta talk about Disney double standard issue. Now, I sold my stock in Disney after Gina Carino got fired because I just couldn't stand to support a company that's not willing to back free speech. But of course, we got to talk about the Disney double standard here. I'm pretty sure everybody here is already aware of Whoopi Goldberg. But do we know what AOC has to say about it? The most important person in the United States is AOC, the Congresswoman from New York. The most important person. Everything she says goes. Rep AOC said ABC's suspension of Whoopi Goldberg over her comments about the Holocaust wasn't necessary, arguing that Goldberg has already forgave arguing that Goldberg has already been forgiven by a key Jewish organization. Hey, a key Jewish organization speaks for all Jewish people. Get the F out of here. AOC Democrat New York noted that the head of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenbelt, accepted her apology. So he is the one that gives forgiveness towards all. I think whenever there's a learning moment like this, what's super important is a relationship between the person and the community that they're making amends with. Sure, now you're all about making amends with. You're still calling Ted Cruz a murder or attempted murder. Still to this day, you are saying that he tried to kill you, which is not true. You weren't even at the Capitol during January 6th. Greenbelt appeared on The View on Tuesday after Goldberg came under fire, saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race. During the show's Monday broadcast, the ADL head told Goldberg and her co-host on Tuesday that the Holocaust was a singular catastrophe, kind of like the Uyghurs, Muslims in China, that was motivated by racialized anti-Semitic or Semitism. Greenbelt also tweeted that Goldberg was a long-time ally of the Jewish community and that her apology is very much welcome. So, Whoopi Goldberg gives her apologies. That's accepted. Joe Rogan says he has an apology and is being derailed. Double standards. AOC told TMZ, I get all my trustworthy news from TMZ, that forgiveness from Greenbelt should suffice. But it doesn't. I think we really kind of take the Jewish community lead on this and that they see that her apologies was authentic and want to move on, she said. Goldberg first argued that the Holocaust went beyond race during the discussion of The View about the Tennessee school district decisions to ban Mouse, a Pulitzer Prize winning graphic novel about a Holocaust survivor. The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race, she repeatedly. It's about one man's inhumanity to man. Which is also true, don't get me wrong. What Hitler did, really not so much Hitler, but his goons did was really terrible. And if you actually look at the Holocaust, even though it was openly directed towards the Jewish community, you also got the Gypsies, you also got the Russians, you got the LGBT, it was LGBT community at the time, political opponents, all wrapped into that, but on the surface, it was more towards the Jewish community. She then repeated the statement on late with the Late Show with Stephen Colbert that evening. And that's pretty much what it goes for. But here's the double standards, because, from Gina Carano to Roseanne Barr, these are the celebs that were fired by Disney over, quotation, scandals. That's right. Last week, now this is an old article, I must add you. Does it say the date? Yeah, this was almost 2 years to the date. Almost. About a year and half a month. Last week, Gina Carano was fired for a role of Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. And controversy over offensive social posts. The ex-MMA fighter and vocal Donald Trump supporter was dismissed by Lucasfilm over a abhorrent post where she compared being a Republican Party today and how Jews were treated during the Holocaust. I don't think it was just the Republican Party. The scandal was preceded by months of controversy surrounding the actress, who found herself in hot water for a transphobic feat for mocking a mask wearing during coronavirus pandemic. However, Carano is far from the first celebrity to find themselves without a job with Disney after being at the center of impropriety, whatever. The list includes high-profile celebrities who were fired by Disney or companies owned by Disney after being embroiled in public scandals. James Gunn, perhaps the best-known case of Disney's dismissal of James Gunn, who was fired in Disney in 2018, but later reinstated because he could make really good movies. The writer-director of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise was fired when tweets he wrote between 2008 and 2012, joking about topics like rape, 9/11, child abuse, and pedophilia come to light. It's kind of a common thread in Hollywood. I'm not even going to go through his because that's Of course, you got Jake Paul because he's just an idiot. Pewdiepie, another YouTuber on the list, real name Felix. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. Had his ties severed with Disney back in 2017. Disney subsidiary Marker Studios dropped the gamer YouTuber over a anti-Semitic incident over one of his videos showing two men laughing as they held up a sign reading "Death to all Jews." I think PewDiePie was more shocked that those people did it, and now those people also got banned from Fiverr. Let's see here. Roseanne Barr, like her, hate her show was garbage after they kicked her off. The original was pretty decent. I grew up watching it, and this was a continuation. Sitcom star Roseanne Barr was fired by ABC, parent company, and Disney in 2018 over a racist tweet just 2 months after her titular show returned to screen follow-up 2 decades-long hiatus. Barr found herself in the center of a social media controversy for a racist tweet about Valerie Janet, a former aide to President Barack Obama. I apologize to Valerina Jarrett and to all Americans. Barr wrote in the apology, "I'm truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me. My joke was bad in taste. Welcome to the unemployment line, where Whoopi Goldberg gets a 2 weeks paid vacation." That's right, they're rewarding her. They're making her leave the show and keeping her pay. That's right. She apologized. Felix apologized. Don't really care about Jake Paul because I think he's a decent person. I still think his content is improving people's lives. Let's put it that way. Anytime that you make jokes about kids, you're kind of going to be scum in my book, but that's up to the court. And I don't think anything Gina Carano did During those tweets were extremely offensive, but it's the Disney double standards, and at least we could finally hear what our wise AOC from New York has to say. She should say, let Whoopi Goldberg back on the show, and we must listen because she is the Democratic Party in New York. With that being said, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Smash the like and subscribe button on all and any platforms, or just a platform you're currently watching on. With that being said, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.